Okay, stuff might be a little dark because I put the new setup running. So that will be my new screen. It's a bit bigger than before. Unfortunately, my chat does not yet work, which leads me to believe that by the same coin, not even the raids would work. I would also want to position better my screens because I'm not able to navigate that well at this moment. I think I'm gonna take a second to just place it some way better. Like, yeah, it's very dark now. I should definitely fix this problem. The new monitor is brighter, so maybe I can just ignore it that way. Let's try and do this. Let's try and set a new browser extension. Yeah. And let's I don't even remember what was it. Streamlabs, I think. One stuff that I don't remember correctly is if my stuff gets if everything gets flashed instantly and I see everything that I have. Hopefully not. Chat box, there it goes. So copy the widget. Do not share it with anyone. Okay, and if I copy here, I'm pretty sure I would be sharing it. So let's copy it on the side. 30 frames works nicely. Okay, let's put an OK over here and try it again. Jesus Christ. Okay, looks like I just need to refresh it. Maybe. I can see it in OBS. I don't know if I can see it on the stream. Okay, no. It's clearly shown on the stream. Very well. Which means this is a simple... I want it to be aligned. Son of a bitch. Maybe I should just make my webcam a little bit bigger. Okay. Sounds fair. And we... Oh, fuck, I flashed it out, didn't I? Well, I'm gonna cut that out. So let's rename to chat. Actually, let's kill the chat. Yes. God damn it. Am I stupid? Rename chat. The one other thing, dude, I really need to fix this browser stuff. So for this browser stuff to make sense, or the this way, I would want to this is scaled, but I also want it to be moved. Like if I imagine that my position is 0, 0 is length by height, I've positioned it 18, so pause 0, 180. I would imagine that this means that this means dick. Okay, let's split it up and let's work it better. So -t for the outputs. dp2 head, dp4 hands. Okay, so let's disable dp2. so we don't get mixed up. And display port 4 is going to be in 0, 0 as position. Nothing else really. That should fit. The fuck? I think this is the problem. Okay. Nasty one! Hello! How's your day going? Trying to set up my new monitor, but I'm misunderstanding. Oh yeah, I see what's going on. I'm getting vertical problem. And my webcam already crashed. No, okay. Just a little bit behind. I'm not moving as much as I thought. Pretty good, just playing some piano today. That's great. You know you play piano. Good skill to have. I tried guitar a couple of years ago. Never really worked out. Just guess music is not on my it's not much in my style. Okay, this is, let's revert a second. God damn it. Okay, this is awkward. Let's move it on the 3. Okay, so that would be 0 on this side and 1400s on, rather 1400s here, 300s here. Been long since you've been playing? I'm not getting the math, honestly. Isn't 1400 what I want? Oh no, I want to sum it up. Yes, 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 yes. So let's spam it with Python and do 180 plus 144. So 25 20s. Okay, looks like I can now. Looks like I can make it. Since now I'm not 22. Dude, you must be insane by now. That's great. I wish that when I was younger, somebody made me, or made me is the incorrect way, but I wish I was encouraged to do something of the sort. I never actually got around to, I started learning skills on my own at around 16, 17. So I defaulted to video games, which sucks unless like you get big on Twitch or you get big on Pro. I'm not saying it felt wasted because I got a lot of friends and kept those friendships. So it is actually something. But you know, it'd be like a great head start to have a lot of skills. Also, even the idea of practicing a skill gets you very far very quickly. So regret is the incorrect word. I say it is unlucky that it never happened. If you want, you can send a piano recording. Yeah, sure, absolutely. I'd love to. I have a friend who's have a good old friend. He's also plays piano and he's been playing, I believe, since middle school. Very great. Right now he's in a band of it's not quite so. I think yes, it's a soul band. Sad and slow or a faster song? I'm for the fast one. I'm a metalhead at the core. If anything else, guitar get me rolling with the metal part. Actually went to very deep into metal at the times. Right now, not so much. At least I don't know if you know. I don't know if you heard of Avenged Sevenfold, but I used to be a big fan quite some time ago. Right now, not so much. That's just because I don't know. Have you ever reheard something after quite a while time and you feel like it doesn't speak to you the same way? I don't know if it's the teams or if I'm just a different person, so it doesn't feel that great. Do you mind if I see it on stream? Or I guess if you share it here, let's drag it on over here. Okay, the ad break is finishing now. Yeah, let's wait a second. In the meantime, I'm gonna set everything up. Okay, very well. Game or lobby. And double up with the game. Local player. Okay, so that's And that's John. Hit it, hit it. Everything is disabled. God damn it, something crashed. Son of a bitch. Let's keep it at John. Okay. That's an LMAO kind of. God, you have it load. Yeah, sure, it's audio onion. God, you have it load. Okay, no, if you don't feel comfortable, don't worry. I'm gonna save it for later. Because I don't want to put you in a position. Don't. Not that it is going to be like a big deal, because at the end of the day, I can always cut it out. I still have to cut it out. I flashed my chat link, so that's that's funny. Dude, I flashed so much stuff on the stream, but I guess that's how you learn. It's not flashing. I'm good, just have to loud burst it because everyone is. Oh, yeah. I have. What the fuck is my? It's 10% now. Okay. Is it because my audio? Okay, here I get picked like a lot. A -10 looks great. Yeah, my headphones are very soft and gentle, so I don't know how bad it's for everyone else. Dude, I love Yasobi. I think the first thing I heard is the second season opening in Beastars. I'm gonna keep it a background until it runs. You're great. Keep it going. So, programmer and piano, you're like, if you're buffed, you have a trifecta of art, math, and body culture. Okay, in the meantime, I think I got to the point where if I log back here, I don't remember, but if I log back here, I'm pretty sure it will, yes, it will keep from my lobby. The point I'm trying to do right now is the fact that theoretically speaking, Jesus Christ, theoretically speaking, inside my memo or my application, I think, okay, there's the cookies. So it saves the lobby name, so that's great, and it saved the player code, which means when I log in with the player, I should be able to check out, like somewhere from the player has to be able to check out if there's a cookie and print it out. So it's not that you can hear you a lot well. Jesus Christ, it's 10% of mine. That's. But I guess I'm underpicked, but that's interesting. Thank you for the. Okay, it is lower than me now. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out, because I still haven't like done React or anything of the sorts, so I haven't balanced it out. Okay, it's under me right now, so it should be soft enough. Yeah, I haven't quite done React for. I mean, I've seen Primagen grow so much on React, and I know stuff works, but I truly want to do my job. Like, I do a lot of YouTube on my off time, unless it carries on. I do YouTube only in the morning, but it doesn't feel correct because I wouldn't find it interesting to watch stuff. Not that I think that they have a lot to say. Still very young in the development cycle, so probably should just chill it out. Okay, so this is the player connection when it's getting open. We have to eat the cookie. I have an example how to read the cookie from my man over here. Okay, so that would read the lobby name. I love cookies. We all do, man. Dude, cookies are way too good for the value they provide as food. I'm a lot into the gym, so having my mom always loved to get some cookies around, so that's amazing. But I'm trying to lean down a little bit, and dude, that shit is full with fat. It's easy to eat and it gets you hungry. Just my sworn enemy. It's just very hard not to eat them when they're in the house. No? actually hard. But I can print them out twice, and that should tell me. So lobby name, player name. Okay, theoretically speaking, now that the server run, it will still say them out. Okay, player name, John, lobby, okay. Now, when I create the player, where's the player? Well, let me clap it up for the chat. Thank you for the performance. You keep it going. Well, since you're recording, you can always back them out on Instagram or YouTube. Might be worth the trouble. Like the way I'm doing it now, the Twitch and YouTube stuff is very chill. No grandiose plans. Works out very great. You may never know that it takes off without a reason. Looking banner from our website is evil. It just says we collect anyone's data to provide our service and use explain learn more, which is just OK button without the decline button. Yeah, but I'm not still sure if we are under the GDPR. Like, do I have to put a banner that I'm using cookies? Like, hey, I'm using cookies so I can restore your session. Shut up. Say okay, like it, love it, and never complain. That's the way at least I see it. Okay, the result name. So this should happen when I'm getting a name, which will create the player. I guess now it's happening when I should also check if the player is real or not. Because I'm not getting a name over there. So let's consume the cookies over here. And let's, okay, the current player, and save it to Redis. Sounds great. I think it's already in Redis, which is the only part that might be confusing. So that would be the, well, maybe a little bit of a cookie if and else would be great. If not nil. Had a discussion the other day, and with, I think, I don't know why I started having discussion on Reddit. I think that's a pretty bad use of my time. Sometimes I had discussion with the player, and I see a lot of people who complain about, like, having the person, depends on what you do. If the cookies need for a website to work, then you don't need to inform the user. If you don't need. If it's tracking information so you can track how to improve, then you need to use the given option to decline. Sort of the enticement ID or add to work with the tracking, then you need option to decline. Fair enough. Okay, so that's reasonable. That's actually pretty balanced. Yeah, in my case, I believe I'm gonna leave them. I believe I'm gonna leave them open, in the sense that I'm gonna leave them un. How do you say? I'm not gonna, dude, can't speak. I'm not gonna encrypt them, so I don't believe it's going to be like a big deal for anyone, because you can always see what I'm tracking, and it's simply just a token to understand who's the player. Since I don't have that many not privacy, but I don't have that many issue with safety concerns, so that will work great for me, hopefully. Okay. So if we read the cookies, so if you have a player and a player name, I should just go ahead and save it, which should automatically, no, it won't automatically skip jack shit. I have to write it down. So this is the function that will write it down. Which now means that it is correct. The robot is going to be a current player at lobby. Which makes me believe that this whole stuff should be a function and this whole stuff should be a function. It's a little bit atomized, but since it's getting repeated, it's probably the correct choice. Car ship looks great. So to make a more a better test, let's delete the cookies. Clear. Okay. I don't know. Wait, it does clear by. Oh, it clears cookies by instance. That's interesting. Didn't think it works like that. Didn't think it worked like that. So there's my lobby name. Let's reload my player. So my player will be John. Actually, let's say Giovanni. Let's go full Italian for this. Dude, what's up with my light? I also know I need a new light. I'm procrastinating on the light because I'm I don't quite I think it looks okay-ish enough. So I'm very much procrastinating it. Okay, looks fine, but I can see the flicker of it getting inside the lobby. Because this have to wait to instantiate this question. So that's a big problem I have over here. Well, to resolve this one, I should move that logic, so this writing logic, yes, even the save player, save what, into the handler over here. So the handler part, instead of returning, instead of executing the whole file, it should execute straight up to what I need. But I don't know if that, so the player controls, I think, yes, player controls is not a full class, it's just a class that gets swapped. Which makes it weird. What do I do to ensure that I can load this one straight up? I think the best way would be to make this become a template on its own, right? Because let's discuss this in a second. We're gonna have this one added, the player's controls and the player's menu, plus the player. That would be my list. Okay, at the moment, I'm loading the player menu. Dude, the flickering is getting very annoying. Tell you what, gonna see if it's any better if I just, oh, how did I get unlocked this one? If I just add a new line on the left. So get rid of the flicker. I have the good shadow of the villain on the left. And this monitor is very bright, so it doesn't bother me. Also, I think it's non what you call it? Yeah, my English reflex. That's not it. That's not what I mean. Uh, Reflection. Yeah, it does not reflect the light, so that's great. I can actually automatically solve for myself the light problem. So my webcam is not the greatest, so a little bit more light looks way better. Okay, we were saying that at the moment this flicker is very annoying, looks absolutely disgusting. And when it works, I'm starting with the menu, then I'm swapping it out. But the way I can be more specific on what I pick, I should be making this dude over here. I'm loading it as one. But if I delete them in, if I put them, if I atomize them in some way, even in the same file, maybe I can just load the correct one, right? That's what I'm thinking about. The only thing is, where does my connection start? It's in the ID menu. Yeah. Div UI. Let's take a look at how this, okay, the menu still stands. Which is funny that the flashcard. Ah, okay, the flashcard, right. Of course, it's not visible. Okay, let's wipe out these cookies over here. Load them out again. I'm fine with this coming back to the lobby. I think that's correct. Marco. Or actually, I said Giovanni. Okay. So at the moment, I'm swiping the UI. Yeah. So what I want is to check in who am I loading. Instead of that UI, I want to load this UI. So that's the funny part. Okay, basically this component here, I think I'm gonna have to conditionally load them, right? Because this is the player menu. We can translate this into a form, player form. So the menu gets swapped by the form. Right? And I can specify it as a template. So take the footer as an example. Oh, okay, I'm not even great. So I can just say that this is a player form. Then that means that over here I can just say template dot layer form HTML. That will be the one that I'm loading by default. So this should change nothing except from my, let's put it at 2. See, this reload at this moment works. You should allow the page to get to the moment they don't feel. Okay. Instead, I want to don't load then switch. Load the controls directly. Maybe even better if we put it over the function over here. Yeah, and right now, this player menu. So I'm parsing player head footer. We should add the player form and the player form path, which I believe I handle in the state. Player form path. Okay. So now this changes, theoretically speaking, nothing. Yep. Okay. So nothing changed. Now, I should do a conditional and just load the correct one. That should do it. Because it won't hinder anything else. Condition go templates. You made me want to get a little bit of music going on, but right now I'm listening to the Odyssey and the Epic Saga, so it doesn't feel like very well to concentrate. I just use it to procrastinate less because I can listen to music for a couple of minutes while I program. I should have my mind stay over here. If 1 is 1, it's true, else it's false. 3 plus 1, okay. Compare to equal, okay. I don't know why I'm on this side. Let's just try it out. So if dot what do you say, cast if dot cookie cached, if cached equal true, or I'd say if cached, bro, I would want it to be on the text templates. I'd want it to be on the official documentation, but if pipeline, okay, will be if one, else, and then we copy this down, and that would be, instead of the player form, the player menu. Not on the menu, the controls. Okay, sounds peachy. I have to pass the cached, and the cached will be dependent on the cookies. So my r cookie, there it goes. To pass it as an argument, I'm gonna say, let's call it like cached, layer cached. It's going to be a simple lobby different from nil, and layer different from nil. Okay, that's the way in which I'm gonna make it. Then cached, Jesus Christ, that was atrocious. So cached is a bool, and we put the player name, or maybe not. Hey, my God, player cached. Thank you very much. Okay, everything looks like it's loading. Okay. Wait a second over here. I'm believing it's not working how it's intended, but that's probably should take a different approach. Bro, fucking page, man. Okay, player controls obviously is not player control stuff. Obviously is not getting registered very well. Okay, makes me believe that my if goes. Okay, I inverted. If cached, I go to the controls. Otherwise, I'm going to the form. Okay, sounds great. Right now means that I'm taking this guy out. I'm saying that John logs in. John answers a question, goes on the board. Everything's great. Now 5 seconds has passed, and when I'm loading, okay, there's no more flicker, but it will load basically this one, which is precisely what I want. Great, so the caching is working amazing. Actually, it was even quite quick. Problem is, does this register? I don't know what the situation is in my lobby. Let's take a look. I should really destroy my Redis. Been a while since I'm not been doing something. Okay, I don't remember the Redis commands. Not at all. Okay, there's the keys. Actually, I do know the key for my lobby, which is this one. So select. The fuck? Set. Okay, it's get. Get the key. Disappointing. Am I not saving the lobby at the moment? Jesus Christ, what is this shit? Okay, I have to clean up. I have to clean up my mess. definitely has to clean up a mess. Tell you what, I still will get over here because it works great, and I'm gonna say player cached correctly. When we speak about the lobby, I don't know by the user parameter if the correct way would be to load the lobby straight up in the correct direction. So am I on a refresh? When I hit refresh, should I load the question or the lobby and I can study the question? I think I'm loading the question because if I leave anything like this button, we move it up top and we say that you get to restart the game anytime you want, that should still work nice. I probably should also add, when we go to Trello, the UI is still a little bit small. Like now it's crisp, but I find it small. I might even zoom. Did I zoom to 25? I think I did. Yes, I'm scaling a 125. Okay, and when we go inside my, is it current project? Shut the fuck up, Trello. Yes. So the second part would be, what was it? Player? Yeah. Now, technically speaking, Jesus, why it's so slow? Technically speaking, this is done. So we're gone. The one last thing. Wait, is it slow because I don't have the drivers for this for the video? Everything else is working nice, so I don't know what this is about. So can't have empty name, can't duplicate name, define serial lobby, unit test, fix for all screen, auto deploy. Okay. Yeah, I believe, I'm 95% sure, I still should be loading this, and I should be adding a pause for a second. Not sure if the pause is needed, because I'm still gonna leave to everybody 60 seconds. Because, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about fun and games. I don't want to overdo it, so that's how I'm gonna run it out. Everything feels slow as shit. Did I even install the NVIDIA drivers? Don't fucking know. Arch. Okay, let's take a look over here. Let's do a... Okay, I think it's... Okay, VGA compatible, NVIDIA Rev 1, kernel driven use Nuvonova. Okay, the kernels, everything looks great. Can I start? I don't know why it keeps going on the other screen. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna fix is the lobby refresh. And then we can take a look at what I'm saving on Redis, how I'm saving it, to make sure that my Redis memory works as intended. Also, probably would add like a countdown for a lot of time, for a long time. I can say that after 1 day it's gone. Except for the Sarah game, which I would really want to export. So I can keep always the lobby working. Yeah, and let's make it move. Tell you what, I feel not that productive. I feel on the verge of being very productive today. So let's try and move it along. Okay, the lobby. Let's fix the lobby, check my to-dos, and moving out. Okay, the lobby part. Is it dumb to split it over here? Looks like it doesn't care. Yeah, don't dislike it being on the verge. That's how many lines? 109. Yeah, let's split it up. Okay, so the one thing that I'm trying to read into is the master. This one is done. The master should have the same treatment basically. Game master socket handler. Game master. Is there a handler? Did I leave it in the start menu? Well, time to get it out of here. Yep, definitely the time to fix it on the fix it in the master. It's probably where it belongs. So the handlers get a random key. I don't quite need that anymore. The temple execute. I was parsing a bunch of stuff. This would be handler.lobby handler. Yes, since it was a different name, I assumed that it should be in different places, but it shouldn't. And the things that my lobby needs, not quite sure. Let's first off get everything off the ground. So it's going to be a template. Tell you one thing that I feel a lot of people are correct about Go is this obsession with making everything be that succinct. I don't know if I'm liking that. Tell you what, because there's nothing really bad about inherited about having long variables. Because at the end of the day, it's not like you're gonna type them out. So why are we wasting our time not just working it out? That's one of those things that I don't quite understand. What would be the purpose of not just typing out how much you need? That really doesn't cost as much anymore. So I don't understand that part of the philosophy of Go. Controls I don't need. Head footer game. Head footer game sounds fair. Don't think I need much of else. Yeah. Oh, there's a problem, which would be the lobby. Where do I get the lobby? Still, oh, anywhere. Yeah, that's how I feel about this whole shebang of this whole idea that the variable should be short. Like, I think it's contrary to being simple, because having something that's too short it really undermines. Oh, that was smooth. Having everything short, it really adds context to your code, and I don't like code that has context. I believe that every time you add context, that means something that I need to think about, I think to reason out outside of the code. Usually doesn't help me understand it better. It truly just makes it longer and harder. Oh, I didn't actually fix my tags in quite some time. It'll take a second to fix those. I don't even remember how to fix my tags, honestly. Make this whole shebang. I'm gonna take a look at another day. Really feeling that vibe over here. Yeah, and I really like when the code doesn't need to be inferred. If I can take a look at and read it, I think that's the highest form of code. You take a look at it, you read it, you understand, you carry on. which is very rare today. I haven't worked yet with such great code. It still requires you a lot of digging, and every time that I dig, I'm feeling bad about it. Okay, the main we won't need anymore. Oops, the main we don't need. Master we will. Then let's take a look at the, I think it's called the lobby, right? Move this logic into the socket dummy. Well, if I have to call myself dumb, at least put the correct pose. Will it even be harder to say like dummy? Okay, so this is the WebSocket connection, which means this is what I'm swapping. By the same metric, I can first off save this one inside my quick fix and take a look when I write it down. Over here, the refresh lobby, the start game, when I get a right on the, okay, it's going to be in the leaderboards. And the dude, I don't want to fix that. Jump to location is deprecated. I don't want to go and fix that. I don't even know where it is. Had to be put on my list, but I don't want to right now. So the leaderboard. Now that I got a little bit of thinking, I know how to solve my. I have specific parts of configs that I can't read, and I should probably split them into files if it's possible by the configs, because I don't know if this way allows you that. Well, at the end of the day, I can still just use a file to do this, a bash script. Okay, inside the leaderboard, I'm writing this message, which is the leaderboard.bytes. Okay, so that's the leaderboard. In fact, there's the ID from the body, which matches the ID from the question. This will simply become a question interface.html. We can copy this name, go in the lobby, and say, again, by default, I'm loading this one. Yeah, so that would be the default, but if it's cached, then I'm loading straight up the question. Which means let's put it down for a second. Let's go and grab my, not player, but player new. Okay, grab this out. So we're not writing it again. Delete this one. So the default one is the question interface. Yes, and if it's cached, we straight up run the leaderboards. I think that's how it's called, leaderboard. Okay, by this metric, we are moving this one out. With all of this shit, it's an interesting, I mean, I'm still swapping stuff about it being there, so probably okay. Question interface. Don't know why it became an interface, but it did. Okay, and the cached will work on the same logic. My voice broke. The keys. So it will work on the same logic, which means that when I'm getting, so that's the restart game, but when I'm getting a lobby name, I should instead just write, just give it a cache. All right, if R is not nil, which R? Okay, and the restart name, restart game. Yeah, but right now I'm gonna take a look at the lobby cache, and if restart game, we generate again the lobby code. Otherwise, I'm loading this up, but I'm gonna do the cached. I believe it was cached. Pretty positive it was that. Yes, so if cached bool, and this simply translates to lobby, different from. Now I realize that my lobby parameters are overlapped. Wait a second, lobby cache, missing a comma. Okay. Which means that the lobby is still charged, so it should be working like butter. It can be evaluated, that's correct, because I'm not parsing it. Which means I'm gonna go into the state. And into the state, we're gonna make a new big guy over here called lobby, not lobby interface. I deleted the incorrect part. Jesus Christ. This would be like question interface. I think I overloaded the name. I 100% overloaded the name. Which, by the way, is one of the things that I hate about the terms. Also, now I really like the order that this gives for the faces, but for the Go formatter gives for the constants. But having to push over and over again this over here, I think it's so stupid. Okay, that's interesting. Execute lobby at cached, can't evaluate the cached. Lobby string. What the fuck am I executing? So we have the cached. We have the question interface. Okay, question interface is not loaded. Fair. Fair, my bad. Something is crashing. What is crashing? Again. Might be. Execute a lobby, can evaluate cache and type struct. Are you kidding me? Is it because I'm restarting the game? This should work still, but okay. Tell you what. Doesn't take a lot, so. Lobby cache is not near. Brother. Executing lobby HTML. Am I being dumb? Like, where's this lobby HTML? Like, am I missing something? Did I put something? Question interface. Okay, this lobby business. Is it not getting passed? Okay, interesting problem. No, but the lobby code does get here. It's template, so makes fine up. But I'm not getting it. It doesn't load into the next one, which is weird. Am I not loading this guy, which means it works? How to pass? Tell you what. This is one of the use cases of GPT that I think I see it coming as a useful stuff. So impress me. How do I pass params to this? We are in Go templates. Every time that I hear people tell me you should learn how to prompt correctly, makes me believe that why am I learning how to prompt instead of learning the thing? Like, why am I getting a lot of thought into how to put the correct question, which by itself will then mean that I understand the problem correctly, So I don't need anyone at this point to type it out the code. I will be way faster to type it for myself. Okay. Which then means I'm just passing the lobby like that. Or I guess I'm just passing the dot, which will give me everything. Template lobby can't evaluate field cached instructor path link string lobby string. You want to pass parameters, you go the best you can pass data like that. Okay, looking great. How about multiple params? Like this is where I think it shines. I know what I want to do. I don't know the specifics of how I'm gonna do it. So this is where I believe it shines. Yeah, I thought that dot is also correct. Yeah, the leaderboard is getting loaded in a different time. Let's give it a dot over here as well. Lobby HTML cached. Can't evaluate cached in type struct. Lobby. The fuck? Where is it getting? I swear I'm putting it. Executing. Am I executing the lobby anywhere else? Am I dumb? Lobby path. Undefined lobby path. Okay, I'm possibly mischievously dumb. Template leaderboard.html. Uh-huh. So something is getting loaded. Not the correct one. What the fuck is this? Okay, I'm not passing the leaderboard. Fair enough. The leaderboard, the fuck? So it's already in the state. Leader. At some point I'm bound to have it over here. Leaderboard template. Oh, there it is. And leaderboard path. Let's put the path in its place. And let's put it on my master. Okay, there's master. Redeclared in the scope. What do you mean? Am I not in the state? Okay, it's redeclared because I put it in the state. Yeah. Sounds great. I'm gonna then divide them by file because I think I'm overshooting it a little bit. And this gets also the leaderboard. Then that will format it on its own. Undefined leaderboard path in my master. What do you mean undefined leaderboard path? That is slightly impossible. Handlers 29. Well, that's an interesting fact that my LSP is not detecting shit. Are you okay now? Yes, it looks like you are. Still, my template is not... Oh, I saw it. I see what I did. I'm dumb as fuck. There it is. Okay. I don't know if... As I was saying, I don't know Leaderboards at range can't iterate over lobby, etc. Uh-huh. Yeah, I figured that I missed some context. But I don't know if template or what it's called Go temple solves even this issue. Because this was like a parenthesis issue. So temple is the web wrapper around Go's template package designed to simplify common tasks, enhance type safety, and make complex setup more maintainable. Yeah. So template workflow is a standard template for information syntax, useful syntax primer. Okay, this is my base templates, right? Dot context. To start with your template, you go declare stack then dot context. Correct. Pass it out. Login page. Compilation. Compile login page. State compilation, you may execute your template by calling one of the generic render function. Template supports multiple ways. So wait, am I still like this looks precisely like that. Ice boys, my man. How's your day? Good morning to you too. Making a lot of progress today. The monitor is in the house. My eyes feel great. Also, I can have a lot more right because right now that since the monitor is new, it does not reflect anything to me. So I'm just getting it out with the light. Now the shitty monitor from before, which by the way is basically a mirror, I can see myself in it like nothing. I'm using it as Twitch, so it's a little bit easier to move around. And we will say final updates to the login page. Okay, I don't see this being, I don't understand it yet. I have to try it out on the next project. Like the only thing that makes me maybe turn my head is that should perhaps tell me more about that. I don't know. Okay, this guy over here says that the executing leaderboard at range and can't iterate over lobby with zero. That would be because, and by the way, I worked out my caching issues. The fuck? And I'm trying now to make it very snappy on the reload. So I'm trying to read the cache and go out. The fuck happened here? Player controls. This worked, I swear, 5 seconds ago. Okay. Fucking can't seem to ship my parentheses. Okay, but in the meantime, I'm missing context to be given to my leaderboard, which would be to range over that. Which now I know that I designed it poorly, because ranging over that means that I have to provide a very different context in that path, and I cannot do that. So let's fix first off that issue and range over something that makes more sense. Where the fuck am I think in the leaderboard or in the master leaderboard? Leaderboard sounds like a function that should be for both of them, so I should put it in the state. But right now it's okay over here. So the leaderboard. Fuck. Okay, the leaderboard. Can remove that. What am I specifically passing over there is I think I'm reading execute leaderboard. Yes, I'm passing the player's object. Right, and it will execute over the player object. That's how I'm iterating at the moment. What I should be doing is instead, let's make a struct on the fly, just like it has been done in the in most of the other parts. So even at the start of the file, I'm creating it on the fly. So it's struct bracket bracket. So struct bracket bracket, and we say like players this, players that would be like okay, I'm not getting it. Yeah, it would be struct. Okay, I don't need to say player twice. That's the deal. Okay. That's still not the deal. Absolutely not. Okay. Oh, right. I mean, Go, I don't need to put the parentheses. Doing way too much different stuff at the moment, so I'm getting confused a little bit on the languages, on the specifics. What's your big deal here? Big guy. Okay, so that's player. Okay, let's take 3 minutes. Sure, my bot. By the way, I did not disable the you having the chat. Oh my god, my webcam is done. I don't know what to do with the webcam inside Linux. It will just crash randomly without saying anything. Is there some way, is there some buffer that will solve this, or is my webcam just that shitty and I should just get a new one? Probably the second. Now this wouldn't, I wouldn't want it to be, I wouldn't want it to be, what would you say? Yes, this is the type that I'm watching for. So the player hash map. And getting it inside over here. Now it will format it correctly. That's how you decide to format it? How about now? That's borderline unreadable. But I still don't want them to be like, this is not acceptable way. How about now? Yeah, it's a little bit high, but it feels better to me. I'd rather it being a little bit higher. Now, which means that in the leaderboard, instead of iterating over that, we're iterating over the players, plural, players. Okay. That would mean that this means that I'm passing this player in the lobby. Well, I'm still passing everything, so that's great. And coming back from the beginning, I'm gonna do the same thing. Right. So there's the lobby code for the restart game. There's the cached, and we pass straight out to players. I don't have to conditionally pass it because whatever. To player. I'm just gonna copy it out. Map. Okay, never mind. There's a lot of map player. There's the guy. So copy this to the beginning. Run to the end of this function. Slap it over here. This is not, this is it, this is it. Okay. This is it. This would be the direction. Okay, naturally, at this moment there's nothing going on. But this only happens due to the nature of not having a player over here. So let's add John on my new lobby. So we're shipping John and the car question. I can even, no, we couldn't, because I'm resetting it a lot of times. So John and car. Okay, and what happens? It's loading straight up the question. So the leaderboard. By the way, the leaderboard is not showing my player, which is interesting. And by interesting, I mean infuriating. You know, the lobby here. Like, I'm pretty positive it should be here, unless I'm not saving the player correctly, which might be part of the problem. Map, John connected. So yeah. But yes. Now that's the interesting deal. I'm not loading the lobby with the timer. So that might turn some kind of problem to me. Yes? I think it might. Interesting problem. Well, I guess on some level we're working it out. So the cache is here. But the cache shouldn't really decide between those two. The cache should really just load the question. So I misunderstood what I'm doing. Yes, because it's cache, I should be checking what the state is and getting the correct one out. Tell you what, I'm gonna run for a small buffer break and then figure out where we're going with this. makes me believe that I did this question interface for nothing, really. Because at the end of the day, I'm always running the question. Or rather, that's not the correct way to see it. I fraction the incorrect part of the website. So there's a problem also with the timer, because right now, if I'm loading in the midst of a leaderboard, I'm not gonna be sure how to take it out. Which means I have to make the timer available for everyone to check the timer. If the timer is still in the lobby, so maybe like have a use state kind of thing. If the timer is still there, then you load the leaderboard. Otherwise, you load the question interface. But what I'm looking at is not the leaderboard, but where I'm writing the question itself. It should be in the game master, right? Every time that I check the leaderboards, I think. Okay, so it's still in the leaderboards. If results at game load question, okay, the leaderboard, and I think it's load question that gets called into the place. So this load the leaderboard, which is not the one that I'm interested. Okay, red is get the question. Yes, that's the thing. And am I not writing something somewhere? Executing template, leaderboard body. Excuse me, what? Am I executing body? What? Leaderboard bytes? Okay, this is where I read. I think I'm overusing this variable. Am I not? Var leaderboard bytes. So this is where I read the leaderboards. And here I'm executing template. I'm executing body. Why am I executing body? The fuck is body? Game start executing body. The fuck is body? Mm, am I misunderstanding something over here? Now that's interesting. I don't know what the body is. Like I'm passing, that would be the template that I'm wanting to execute, and it's called body. But what the fuck is body? So there's the new game. Oh. When I write down, I'm executing that, but do I, like, does this? No, brother, I don't know. Main. Main. I said main. Okay, body. FG, body. So there's the execution of body twice. So that's the ID. This is not defined as a template, so I'm not sure why Am I able to... Okay, define body, there it is. Is then the game HTML. Okay, I'm making it confusing. That's not the question interface then, that's only the lobby. I see. I see. Let's give some notes over here. Take a look at my to-dos and be on our way. The lobby handler. Okay. To-do. I want to go, okay, let's write it down. I miss typing out. I haven't made a post in a while. Turns out I load the question from somewhere else. Squishy. I should move the body, which is inside game, somewhere else, and organize that code better. And the way that I'm gonna say this is first steps to correctly load the questions on cache. Okay, that works brilliantly. I think today was a good day in the as in the effort. Stream looked nice. There's some people coming by, so that was great. Let's do a quick raid to finish the day and be on our way. Let's take a look at this guy. Why not? As for everybody else, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow's Friday, so I'm definitely see you up there. See ya. Well, first off, let's wait and be sure that we're in. Okay, now I can go. See ya.